Well, the concept of women having it all is essentially a fantasy. That's according to the CEO of PepsiCo, Indra Nooyi. The businesswoman says having a successful career comes with some major trade-offs.
I don't think women can have it all. I just don't think so. We pretend we have it all. We pretend we can have it all. But if you ask our daughters, I'm not sure they will say that I've been a good mom. I'm not sure.
Weighing in on these frank comments, Fox Business anchor Jerry Willis, Dr. Susan Steinbaum, Director of Women's Health at Lenox Hill Hospital, and Stacey Nelkin, New York City-based relationship expert and founder of thedailyaffair.com. It's great to have you all. And it seems that this reaction to these comments really spans outrage and also a little bit of relief, Stacey, because of the honesty. Where do you fall in the spectrum?
I totally agree with her, and God bless her for saying that. And I think the sooner we all acknowledge that we cannot do it all. We can't be perfect at everything, and we cannot do it all. We women perform amazing juggling acts every day, and something's got to give. There's a big compromise that has to happen.
Doctor, do you agree with that?
Absolutely. And it's quite frankly about time that someone said it. Yeah. Let me tell you what's going on from the heart perspective. Women less than 55 years old, there's an increased incidence in heart disease. In my office, I am seeing every day younger women with heart symptoms.
And do you think this is because they're attempting to do it all and their bodies just can't take it? Are you making that connection?
Absolutely. I think that concept that we can do everything is something we've lived with, and it's just fundamentally not true. There's no balancing act at all. There's a juggling act. But this whole concept is really causing heart issues.
You know, Jerry, some have said, listen, this woman has a choice, though. She's the CEO of a major company. A lot of people would like that. And she's expressing, you know, what she actually feels, which is a little bit different than some of the other big executives in recent history have said about having it all. She's saying this is really tough. But what about that choice to choose your own destiny, whatever you want to do?
Well, you know, do girls wake up in the morning and say, you know, I think I'll either be the CEO of a major corporation or I'm going to have a baby? No, they don't. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to make choices. You make choices in life every single day. And I have to say the thing that we're all ignoring here is the financial aspect of this, the money aspect, right? Indra Nooyi can do this because she makes a lot of money. She could pay the $40,000 or $50,000 a year for home health, for help in the household, $6,000 for a maid. I mean, all of that works for her because she makes a lot of dough.
Well, it's interesting to see who's left out of this conversation, and she talked a little bit about it as well. Let's go ahead and listen more to her.
And that's the time your husband becomes a teenager, too. So he needs you. Sorry. They need you, too. So what do? And as you grow even more, your parents need you because they're aging. So we're screwed.
We're screwed. That's what she said. You can see the questioner sitting next to her sort of shaking his head like, I don't really know what to do if I was her husband. But she was basically saying once you get to middle management, your kids are teenagers and that your husband is acting that way, too. But it makes me wonder about leaving the husbands out of this conversation, Stacey, because here we are at the end of a few news days. Everyone's talking about women's rights and the war on women and Hobby Lobby. And no one's really talking about whether or not men can have it all. And are we missing somebody in the conversation?
Well, I think men are starting to see that they can be nurturers as well. We see more and more husbands staying at home, taking care of the children while the women are at work. So they're recognizing that they actually have the potential to be caregivers, which is something that we've never really seen before. But nobody can have it all.
Potential.
Potential.
Just saying.
But nobody can have it all. That's the reality in life. No, none of us. Nobody can.
Great to have you all. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm sure one we'll revisit. Jerry, Doc, and Stacey, great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, some horrific